Okay, hello everyone again, and welcome back to another flip through of one of the junk journals that I've made for myself. This is a whole new one, or a whole new idea for me, and a whole new type of way of doing a junk journal for me. I tried using an old cereal box to use to make the harder cover on this, and I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. There's a bunch of things that I didn't do the best, but it's a learning process, and the next one I make will be a lot better, I'm hoping. Anyway, so I used a cereal box for this, and what I'm planning on using this journal for, as you can probably guess by looking at the cover, is I plan on using it as a junk journal to do Bible journaling and do devotions, probably keep it as a bit of a prayer journal as well. But this is all going to be a faith-based journal for me. So pretty much everything that I'm going to be doing faith-based, I'm going to keep it within this particular junk journal. So that explains the particular cardstock that I used on the cover page. I did the back with another sheet of cardstock, wrapped it around the front, did a carryover here, and I used a pair of scissors that I have I bought at a yard sale or Goodwill or something, that cuts, making these little nice edges, and I cut it quite crooked. And as you can tell, it's quite a bit narrower at the bottom than it is at the top, but whatever. It has 4 signatures in it. They're all very similar. They have a combination of the same type of pages in each of them. I used a pamphlet stitch with 7 holes on it. I need a bit more practice with doing that because this one particular spot is loose. In hindsight, I'm finding that I have been doing the pamphlet stitch. I don't know if it'd be wrong, but probably not the way everyone else does. I decided to do it by memory, and it wasn't. I didn't quite do the best job of it, but it's a learning process. I have 3 little charms that I have attached here. I would have put a 4th one on there, but my strings were too short. The ends were too short on the second pamphlet, so be it. There's a little heart, a little owl, and another little heart that says daughter on it. There's a few problems with it. Some of the paper split on me, or I folded it too fast. I was too rough with it probably. That's fine. I used a piece of scrapbook paper on the inside. This is probably not, it's a little bit jarring, the contrast between the colors. In hindsight, I probably should have put something along the spine as well. I did not, but like I say, it's a learning process for me. And you'll see when we go between the different signatures that it's just the cardboard on this side. And I'm not, the color combination isn't the best, but it is what it is. So there's, again, 4 signatures. They all have similar, they're all the same size. They all have a similar composition of different types of papers that I used. And again, you can see where in between each of the signatures I should have put another sheet that matched this or carried that all the way across. But this is, again, it's a learning process. This is a book that I'll be using for myself. So I'm going to spend a few minutes. I want to go through and look at the signatures. We'll look at the first one a little quicker because I'll explain where the different papers come from. But again, they're much the same pages in the subsequent signatures as well. So the first one, I'm just using just plain cardstock or not cardstock, just plain scrapbook paper. And then on the inside, and I'll explain partly why I put this in this specific spot when I show you some of the other ones, but it's just an old envelope that I've cut in half, put a piece of old paper on top of it, and then I've attached a layer of a napkin on top of that. I glued that on, so it has a really nice feel to it. It feels rough. I didn't do a coating on top of it, so I really like that. I think it was a really pretty napkin. And then I have a little note card that is in here for using for any extra notes I want, or I can just tuck other things into that. Then I have, one of the things I did was I initially planned on using only 3 signatures in here, and then I changed my mind and decided I wanted the 4 instead. So I have this gorgeous, huge old dictionary from, I believe it's from 1925, 29, somewhere in that range. So it's getting onto about 90, almost a 90-year-old dictionary, roughly 90 to 100-year-old dictionary now. So what I wanted to do was I specifically chose a certain word for each of the 4 signatures. And I had 3 chosen to start with, and then I decided I wanted a 4th signature, so I've added this as the 4th one. So each of them have a Christian theme to why I chose that particular page. So this one I chose with the word cross, because it's the symbol of Christianity. So I have that specific page in here for that specific reason. And then I have a page from a book on the wildlife in Costa Rica, and I chose pictures of hummingbirds for each of them. I like hummingbirds. Then I have some coffee stain paper. This is a page out of a book I picked up at a used book sale recently. It was when they had it for fill a bag with for $5, so I loaded up with books for using in my junk journals. What I really love about this is that you can see it was just a small pamphlet type book, and it had staples in it, which I forgot to check the copyright year of the book, but I love the rust on the pages. I think it's just, or where the staples were, I think it's just really cool. Then there is just a little sheet of paper. Another book that I bought. The pretty stuff is on the other side of the signature. But just a page, a piece of scrapbook paper. And this is the reason why, and this page will end up the same thing. You can see that this was an individual page I bought at, I think, Hobby Lobby. But I don't really like the look of that there, so that will get covered. This was exactly why this was placed in this spot, because that also had the price and the information on the page here. So I will be putting something, either a sticker, some kind of art, something, an envelope, a tag, something will go over top of that. Then I have a page from an old music book, another from a floral arranging book, which I thought was just a really pretty picture for the center. And again, you can see the seaming down here. Then the other half of the music page, the scrapbook paper, and here, this is the other side of this. This book had such beautiful, sorry for the glare, had such beautiful floral prints in it. It was just amazing. So I've used that in several places throughout this particular journal. My guess is that I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing much writing or anything on this particular page. I really don't think I want to cover that up because it's just so pretty. And I did that as a flip out. And then the other half of this small page, the other half of this book, it had some pretty leaves and things. Coffee stain paper, the other half of the hummingbird page, the other half of my dictionary page, and that's the first signature. So I don't want to spend as much time talking about the other 3 signatures. And I'll just quickly show you the main pictures in it. So again, the cover. And so here you see again this will get covered up as well. And what I had originally planned for when I originally planned on doing 3 signatures, I had originally planned on using a symbol that I absolutely love from 1 Corinthians, hope, faith, and charity. And so I have chosen out of the dictionary, I pulled the word for hope, then faith, then charity. And that's why for the 4th one, I chose the word cross to fill out for the 4th one. So this one is hope. More hummingbirds, a little extra page, more from the tree book, and this is just coffee stain paper. Another page from the music book, another piece of scrapbook paper, another 2 pages from that floral book, and again it was just amazing. I trimmed a little bit off the edge of these 2, but not a whole lot. There's a little bit trimmed off there. And then again, another image on the back. This book was just so beautiful. More scrapbook paper. And what I really love about this music page is someone who owned it before, either he or she has little notes penciled in on some of the music pages. So I think it's really fun that I have their notes to go with the music that they were playing. The coffee stain paper, this page again. More of my hummingbirds. The other half of the dictionary page. And that's the 2nd signature. The 3rd, so it was hope. Now we have faith. Part of from the book. This page is, I just photocopied, or not photocopied, I just copied and pasted an image I found online onto a Word document, printed it out and coffee stained it. More hummingbirds. More notes that this person who owned the book before me, one of the people that owned the book before me, had jotted down for their use. Again, this floral, it's just so lovely. Another piece of scrapbook paper. And here's another page from the floral centerpiece. There we go, I don't think I have a glare there. Another piece, or another picture from the floral centerpiece book that I found. Scrapbook paper, more gorgeous florals, and more. The music page, more of my hummingbird page. Just a little image of a cardinal that I had just printed out on a piece of paper and coffee stained. The other half of the dictionary page. So it's the 3rd signature. And then the 4th signature. So again, I'll have to cover this up. And on this one, we have charity. So I have my cross, then hope, then faith, and charity. My hummingbird. And again, this part from this book. Coffee stain page. More of this floral, beautiful stuff. Little piece of paper, scrapbook. More of the music. And another one of the floral centerpiece pages. Music page and scrapbook paper, this little guy. Just the other half of the gorgeous floral part. Coffee stain paper. More of my hummingbirds. I actually do really love hummingbirds. I think they're just so pretty. The other half of my dictionary page. And the back cover of the last signature. So that's it. I don't think I counted the pages in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5 pages per signature. So I'll have a lot of space for writing. It's not, there's a lot of expansion space on here. And I'm really looking forward to starting to use this and to start using up the pages in here and to start working on doing Bible journaling. I can do art journaling in here as well. Just all sorts of journaling that's going to be faith related. So again, there's a lot of things I probably would do differently the next time I put together this. I wouldn't do all 4 signatures, taking 4 different pages from one book and putting it in each of the signatures. I think I would mix it up a lot more the next time I do multiple signatures, but hey, it's a learning process and I still love it. So I hope to be able to show you either some process videos when I'm actually working with this, or show you a flip through once I've done more in this book. But either which way, you'll probably get to see this one again in the future. So I hope you enjoyed looking through that. My first little attempt at creating a junk journal using a cereal box. And I hope you tune in later on and see what else I'm up to. So thanks for watching. Take care, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.